things may be taking a turn for Megan Thee Stallion as new developments cast fresh doubt on the narrative surrounding the 2020 shooting incident involving Tory Lanez. This comes in the wake of a violent prison attack on Lanez, which some have speculated could have been a targeted hit. Adding to the growing speculation, Lanez's legal team recently submitted a sworn affidavit from Bradley James, who identifies himself as the former bodyguard of Kelsey Harris, a key witness and longtime friend of Megan.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Ms. Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Ms. Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. The passenger side is where Ms. Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case. For example, there were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson, even though unknown DNA was found on the gun. Why wasn't Miss Harris's DNA taken? Or was it taken and the information simply never given to the defense? Why wasn't the driver of the car, Mr. Jaquan Smith's DNA taken? Or was it taken and again, simply not given to the defense?
In the affidavit, James claims he overheard Harris admitting that she fired the weapon on the night in question, a revelation that, if verified, could significantly shift public perception and possibly the legal standing of the case. Kelsey Harris, for her part, previously spoke out in a March 2024 interview on the Danza Project, where she detailed the emotional toll of the ordeal, sharing her struggles with PTSD and depression, and affirming that her pain was real and deeply personal. Despite these new claims, Tory Lanez remains behind bars, serving a 10-year sentence for the shooting. His legal team continues to seek appeal and clemency, citing the affidavit as potential new evidence. Adding another layer of controversy, the individual allegedly involved in Lanez's prison stabbing has been identified as a convicted sex offender, raising public outrage over the fact that taxpayers are effectively footing the bill for his incarceration. Some critics are questioning how someone with that criminal history gained access to Lanez, and whether the attack was preventable or even orchestrated. At this time, neither Kelsey Harris nor Megan Thee Stallion has responded publicly to these latest developments. As more details come to light, the case continues to raise questions not only about what really happened that night in 2020, but about the justice system itself. If you found this video interesting, consider checking out our deep dive into how Chris Brown ended up facing prison time in the UK over a serious assault allegation. Just click the next video and stay informed.